So I just saw the best horror movie of the year. No, I'm just calling it right now that this movie for 2021, *Malignant*, James Wan has hit his stride with this, and you know, I kind of doubted him over the years because I thought *Insidious* was a bit hokey, and I thought maybe him like I always felt like his movie should be pretty like this is like the reason why it was good was because he was go all out craziness, and like I feel like Insidious always held him back, and this is like I totally respect James Wan now, like putting all the gallow and slasher and just just it was so good. It was like everything I wanted in a horror movie. So I know there's a couple more horror movies coming out that I have high on the list, but this was on top, and I was like hyping it up, and I'm just so glad it was awesome. But just the way everything looked like a gallo, like an Italian slasher gallo movie, just visually from the black gloves from the killer in the movie, just being decked out in leather with leather gloves and never showing his face, and it was just so good. Um, yeah, no, props to James Wan. I really hope like this is one of my favorite movies by him, hands down. Um, so let's get into the story of the movie a little bit. Um, Annabelle Wallace, who was in The Mummy, has she comes home from her job because she's feeling sick, and her drunken husband comes up and he beats her up. And later on in the night, um, this mysterious being comes up and kills her husband, and that sets in place this series of murders, mysterious murders. That's the California, um, mysterious murders. Who done it? But with gore. Now let's talk about the gore. Now I did not. There's a jail scene in this movie that it was it, a scene at the police station. If when you see it, the police station scene where all carnage happens, I was like I almost cried. It was so horrifically beautiful, and so I will say, in the soundtrack there was like there's like this horror version of the "Where Is My Mind" by the Pixies. I thought that was excellent, and just the soundtrack, the music choices. This is rare. Usually, one or the other is better. Like the music's good, but they hire like a bad composer. I think this is definitely the soul composer because there's some similarities to the soul sound. I wasn't complaining though. I liked it a lot. Um, yeah, and it was stripped down like a horror comic book. It was like, here's the killer, here's the mystery, and here's how it's gonna go. There was no like, oh, we have to scatter around and have a seance and pray to Jesus and then break it down and talk about which demon spirit it is. Like I hate that shit. Sometimes it works. I didn't want, but it was stripped down. It was good. I like that it was set in Seattle. Uh, the Dario vibes were so good. The Dario vibes were right in there. Um, it was like you're walking into like a Costco, and you're just grabbing like everything you liked into one good movie. It was like a wholesale Costco horror wholesale. Not like a Spirit Halloween, a little bit like a Spirit Halloween, but and the twist. There was a twist that a lot of times it's a little ham fisted, but it was a solid twist. and I was not mad at the twist one bit. I was like, there was hints. You'll probably find hints of what will happen to the Madison character played by Annabelle Wallace, who we're pointing fingers at her throughout the movie, and we're trying to figure out where is this going, and we're getting good ideas, but when we find out she's having these miscarriages, and there's like these supernatural, like the killer's talking through the like radios, phones, like telekinetically. So we're trying to figure out how that's happened, because if the movie starts in the hospital where this supernatural stuff happens, but um, it's a little fuzzy in that area, and there might be some people nitpicking some of that. Well, how does that make sense? The movie's it's a horror movie. It's supernatural. It doesn't exactly have to all come together. Um, but *Malignant* was great. Um, 10 out of 10. I know. I wonder if that's gonna go down throughout the year. Um, but as someone that's not the biggest James Wan fan, like this definitely, I can definitely like really appreciate everything he's done up to this. I really appreciate everything he's done to this point, and we'll see where last night in Soho. Um, I don't think it's gonna take its place. I don't think so. It might get second place, but overall a 10 out of 10. Let me know if you didn't see it. You gotta go see it. I'm trying not to spoil here. Like this is, like whenever I review a new movie, I'm like it's hard for me not to unveil the story, but I will just say stylistically wise, it's 100%. Um, Kill wise, with the gore and all the blood, 100%. Uh, Atmosphere, 100%. Um, the fact that the killer had the gloves like a gal killer, and the weapon was this sharp trophy that was used by one of the doctors. That was brilliant, because you often see like a trademark kill tool in these movies. Perfect. It's I think this is the perfect horror movie of the 2021. So see it ASAP. Let me know what you thought, and if you haven't seen it, definitely go see it.